Laurel Thomsen, and I'm coming to you from a basement in Winnipeg, Manitoba. I'm on tour and I'm busy teaching my Skype students, and I wanted to share with you the difference between a Wi-Fi connection and an Ethernet connection. I recommend Ethernet connection for all of my students, and the ones who take me up on it, we definitely have a better connection most of the time, and it would be good for general web browsing and watching videos and all of that as well. So let me show you what this is all about. So behind me here is the router, and we have this cord that it's about 100 feet long, and it's running through the house right now to my little workstation in the other room. So this is our Ethernet cable, and it hooks back in here. You can see, unfortunately this thing can't really be moved, but you can see where it plugs in there. There's a couple different ports. So if I unplug it here, you can see that it kind of looks like a phone jack sort of. And try and get it back in here. It's a click, kind of need two hands, I guess. There we go. Okay, so you can find these at a Best Buy, or pretty much any kind of computer type store. They're really easy to come by. But as you can see, we're kind of in a bit of a sewing workshop here in the basement, and I have this cord, and this cord is going to go all the way through the house. All right, so here we are at my little home away from home workstation for my teaching. I've got a little USB mic here. By the way, if you want to get a great USB mic, the Rode, what is it, NT-USB is a great little mic. Plugs right into the USB for nice sound. And anyway, we're going to show you the Ethernet cable here. So there it is. It went all the way from the other room across the house, and now it's going to plug in here. I'll show you what this port looks like. Kind of like a black hole, but you can get in here a bit closer. So there it is there. All right, so we're going to start here with just showing you what a typical Wi-Fi connection may look like compared to an Ethernet connection. So I have Wi-Fi on, as we can see over here in this little screen I have off to the side. We don't have Ethernet on, as we can also see. I'm going to type speed test into Google and see what comes up. So as we can see, we're on the right track. There's quite a few different websites that can run a speed test for us. I'm just going to do this first one that pops up for me, though. I like it because it doesn't load a whole new web page that has a whole bunch of ads and stuff that takes a lot of time to load. So it's just quick and easy. Your results for each web page might be just slightly different, but it's going to definitely give you the basic idea for how fast your internet speed is. So I'm going to run speed test. Again, this is on Wi-Fi. And as we can see, it's not that great. Once it's getting up to here 6 or 7, if it can maintain itself around 6 or 7 or 8, then we can be okay for a Skype lesson, but there might be, a little bit of glitchiness here and there. For the upload speed, a 2 is doable. We can definitely use that. That speed is always going to be lower, the upload. We're really kind of looking at this download speed. It says your internet speed is typical. Okay, so we kind of had that idea anyway with our Wi-Fi connection. So I'm going to click that off, and actually we'll just test again. So now I'm going to go back to my other screen, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to plug in my Ethernet cord. You'll see the green light pop up here for Ethernet in a moment. And there it goes. Okay, so now I have both, and just to make sure that we're really just testing the Ethernet, I'm going to actually go and turn my Wi-Fi off. So now it's just Ethernet, and I'm going to let this just sit here for just a minute, because I find that sometimes when we first plug in the Ethernet cord, it's not quite as fast as if we wait just a moment. So just plugged in, and I'm just going to wait here, and then maybe we'll test it again and we'll just see. So I can just do this all again. Let's see what happens. Oops. There it goes. All right. So before we had around an 8. Now we're getting up to almost 30. Oh, there we go. All right, let's see what the upload is. Before we had around a 2, a little bit over a 2. This number I find doesn't change as much either way. doesn't matter as much. I think the highest I've ever seen with upload on any of the connections I've ever been on is maybe around a 12 or 14. So your internet speed is fast. All right, so that was just, again, I'll go back to showing that that is the Ethernet. So what I find is once this number gets up to at least a 15 and beyond, we're not going to notice that much difference. Once it's below 15, we can see a lot of a difference. And if it's like 1 or 2 or 3, then, we're going to have trouble in our lesson. But as soon as we get at least above a 15, it's great. If we can get up to 25, it's great. At home, this number for me is often around 85 or 90. I've got a really fast, good connection at home. And when I'm traveling, I'm always trying to look for these kind of numbers where I'm at least around a 20, if not a 30. That's pretty typical, wherever I go, that's pretty typical. And the numbers that we saw before for the Wi-Fi were also pretty typical. So I'm always carrying that cord that I showed you earlier and making sure that the lessons are going to be going on as planned and with good success. So definitely, if you can get yourself an Ethernet, cabled connection for your laptop or your computer, then that would be the best. And, if you don't have an Ethernet cable connection physically on your computer, I have seen USB to Ethernet converters that may be the answer. I haven't personally used one of those, but as we can see, this is quite a big difference from just the Wi-Fi. So we're going to have a lot better audio quality, a lot better video quality. It's going to be just like the student and the teacher are in the same room at the same time, which is basically what we want. All right, so I hope this has been informative and you're ready to go out there and try an Ethernet cable for yourself. It can definitely make the lessons experience just seamless. So I really hope you'll give it a try, as well as, if you haven't tried online music lessons, maybe this will give you that little push to go and try that on whatever instrument you would like to learn. I'm Laurel Thomsen, and until next time, happy practicing.